Hello, my name is Cassidy McCormick, and thank you for coming to this presentation on the future of learning. Leo Buscaglia once said, "Change is the end result of learning." And I think as classroom teachers, we all know that changing our methods of teaching to reach our students is the only thing that doesn't change in education. But today we're going to talk about what we're changing to. What is the future of learning? And according to a report done by KnowledgeWorks, there are 5 agents of learning that will help shape future education around 2025. And those agents are assessment designers, community intelligence cartographers, eduvator, learning fitness instructors, and learning journey mentors. Let's look at a few of these in more detail. First, the assessment designer. We'll look at what kind of tool the assessment designer actually is. It's a tool that uses social networks and insights to cognitive function in order to create appropriate methods for evaluating. And some of these evaluations can be for media literacy, learning discovery journeys, sociological encounters, and other innovative instruction that teachers want to integrate into their classrooms. Now, the Horizon Report outlines current trends, and a few of these lend to the credibility of the prediction of this agent. And they are rethinking how schools work, because the school's traditional way of functioning will have to be changed for assessment designers to work. Increasing use of hybrid learning designs, because the hybrid learning designs can be put into place for the assessment designers. And also a shift to deeper learning approaches, because the evaluations designed by the assessment designers will evaluate deeper learning rather than repetition of facts. The next agent is the Community Intelligence Cartographer, or the CIC. The CIC is responsible for tapping into the collective intelligence of the local community, and they also leverage social networking strategies and mobility, which is known as the ability to develop swarms or smart mobs. And their goals are to identify emerging learning opportunities that are available in the community, organize community members for educational purposes, and locate important community resources. The current trends from the Horizon Report that lend to the credibility of this agent prediction are increasing emphasis on open educational resources, because this will be a large use in the CIC. Rethinking the roles of teachers, because we use in the CIC format, we'll be using the community as more of a teacher for the students. And also rethinking how schools work, because the learning will be taken outside of the school building more often. The next agent that will help drive educational process in the future is called Eduvator. And this is a group of small students that will get credit for being in the Eduvation workshop, and they're coined the Eduvators. Their job is to identify which innovations will be most effective for their school and how to best implement those innovations. They are responsible for building prototypes for the platforms, experimenting with new tools of education, evaluating the new practices, and generally exploring innovations in the educational sphere. The current trends right now that lend to the credibility of this agent are rethinking how schools work, because the new way the Eduvators find will change the way that schools are functioning. Rethinking the roles of teachers, because once the new innovations are implemented, teachers will have to be flexible. A shift to deeper learning approaches, because that is the goal, that students have deeper learning and deeper knowledge. Rapid acceleration of intuitive technology, because intuitive technology will be used, and an increasing focus on open educational resources. The next trend in education that will be an agent for learning in the future are learning fitness instructors. Now, what are learning fitness instructors? These are specialists that build and strengthen abilities that are essential to learning. These can be cognitive, emotional, or social abilities. What these instructors use are simulations, biofeedback, and hands-on activity. And their goal is to help students with stress reduction, improve their mental capabilities, and also learn brain-friendly nutrition. The current trends outlined by the Horizon Report that lend to the credibility of this agent prediction are rethinking how schools work, because schools will now be focusing on strengthening these abilities rather than just giving information to students so that they'll learn, and a shift to deeper learning approaches, because once the fitness instructors have implemented their skills and help these students, they'll be able to learn in deeper ways. The final agent that will be a driving force for education in the future is the Learning Journey Mentor. What a Learning Journey Mentor is a mentor that can explore and co-create with their students. Now, these mentors are given a small group of students, and they work with community intelligence liaisons, brain fitness instructors, personal education designers, and assessment designers. And their goal is to plan and guide their small group in a learning itinerary. Now, the current trends that the Horizon Report outlines that will lend to the credibility of this agent are rethinking how schools work, rethinking the roles of teachers, a shift to deeper learning approaches, and increasing focus on open educational resources. And these are because the mentors will be more of a facilitator of knowledge, so the teacher roles have shifted. The way that the school is running has shifted because the small groups are being taken on an educational journey. The deeper learning will be a requirement for this agent, and open educational resources can also be used. So what to expect for these agents in the future, and just for future education in general, is that hopefully we will come to a point where students feel that their education is relevant, that their education is deeper than before, and maybe they will develop a passion for learning, because if they do that, they'll never stop adding and building on the education that they learned in our classroom. And that's always the goal of educators. Thank you for attending this presentation. I hope you have enjoyed it.